able to get to the screen about commenting. Oh. Okay. Good morning. Good morning, Amy. How are you today? I am perplexed. I don't know if the platform has changed. I did not get a being able to filter who can comment screen. Any thoughts, friends? Because I just want to talk to you. Good morning, Pamela. Give me a moment here. I brought my tea to the table with no oat milk in it, and that is not going to do. Good morning. Good morning, Kathy. Ottoman's Corner. Yeah, bottom left, so let me just... Participant mode. Thank you, got it now. So, if you're new here and haven't been here, and you want to join the conversation, you need to subscribe to our channel, our Mandala Universes, and you will have to watch the video for the next 20 minutes, and then you can comment. How are you all this morning? I am a little discombobulated. This time of year is super challenging for me. I do not like dark mornings. And it gets dark in the mornings so suddenly, sort of, it seems. Good morning, KG. So it just is not my favorite time of year. I mean, I love the beautiful light and blah, blah. Pumpkins. Never had a pumpkin spice anything, so I can't claim anything there. But yeah. And I am gonna make a switch here. I'm trying to get used to progressive glasses, and I can wear them and function in them, and I hate them. So that's another discombobulation that I'm not happy about. I think I'm going to ask for them to make them literal bifocals, because there's something with, I actually get this really narrow, these are wide glasses, right? Wide. But I have this really narrow field of vision, and the outer edges of my field of vision are always out of focus, and then having to always have your day be like you're adjusting your binoculars to, you know, a spectacular bird. And most of the time, you know, I'm adjusting my binoculars and there is not a spectacular bird there. So I think these are gonna go back and get a retrofit. So any experiences that you might have about that, because I want to see the art, I want to see your comments, I want everything to be easy. But at the moment, I'm just gonna go back to my old glasses where I can know that I can read. Oh, what happened, Pamela? So Pamela is checking in sore. Patience is needed for this pain in my mouth to heal. And have tried wearing them regularly for at least 2 weeks. I have not. I've been wearing them for about 1 week and not completely regularly. But there's something about this, the outer edges being blurry. It's really, 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 really bothering me. Okay, y'all are telling me patience, so I'm gonna join Pamela on the patience train. Yeah, I think I have 30 days from having picked them up, but I will also just go visit them and tell them what I'm experiencing, because I don't think this outer edge thing, I think they need new lenses to be broader. I think there's definitely a problem there, but yeah, I don't know if I want to get my brain to adjust to a narrow field of vision. So I'm going to talk to them. Oh, root canal. Oh, right. Yeah. Oof. Yeah. I'm really sorry. Root canal on them, on needed. Oh, that is not. Yeah. Yeah, Kathy's saying that with progressive, she's never had the outer edge thing. Yeah, I think it's wrong because I'm having no problem really. Like, I'm like, oh, that's kind of interesting and cool. But even reading that, I literally have, like, I feel like reverse macular degeneration, which is deeply distressing. I didn't know that. I was so upset about this. So this is our Mandala universes. We don't usually join to talk about glasses or root canals. We check in. We're a community that's been meeting for over 5 years. We started on Instagram. Instagram changed their platform, so now we're over here on YouTube. And we meet every day. It's 8 a.m. in the Pacific time zone, 10 in the Central, 11 on the East Coast, and all around the world, different time zones. And we're always happy to see you. Join us. So we check in, and then we do some mindfulness, grounding, something to center, come into our bodies, into our space, into our body mind. And then we draw a mandala. And in this case, it's going to just be a circle. And into the circle, whatever is alive for you today. Mine are often very fast, very quick color fields. I have to go to work, so the timing is very like, so I don't get a lot of time to put a lot of detail into them, but I can still put whatever is arising and emerging and alive. So that's what we do every single day. And a different person leads every day. Well, regular leaders, but different days, different people. So you're always welcome. And let's get into some grounding. And today's the 12th of October. So we're heading into fall. It's definitely fall. And I just have my hands here, like, just above my heart. I can feel my heartbeat. I can feel my breath. Taking a little bit of concentration into the back of my body. I have a back, a front, 2 sides. 360 degrees all the way around. Taking my awareness there. What are my feet doing? What are your feet doing if you can find them supported and on the floor, making contact. If you're seated, what is touching the seat, the ground? If you're lying down, what is supporting your body? If you're standing, feeling the ground beneath your feet. That ground could be your floor. That ground may be ground that's a floor. That is someone else's ceiling that's supported through walls all the way down into the foundations that touch the earth. And take a full breath. Let the breath lift the basket of the ribs away from the bowl of the pelvis. So the spine is growing longer, but it's supported by the breath. Not a big muscular effort here. And continue with an extended exhalation that naturally calms the body. Listen. What are you hearing? Are there any birds you can hear from your space? Hearing bird song is actually a sign of safety. So birds will twitter and chirp and sing when there are not predators around, when there is safety. And birds are on the move. I don't know if anyone has noticed they're migrating birds. So we've had some different hummingbirds coming through, lots of little twittery birds coming through, different colors and shapes and voices. Another deep exhale if your breathing pattern has gone back to just normal. Keep extending the exhale. And if it's comfortable for you, you can take your fingertips and gently tap along your collarbones. Tapping is another way to release tension, bring us into our body, into this place, right here, right now. Regulating, if we're all tapping together, we're co-regulating. And if there's any places that maybe have a little tension, you can bring your fingers there. A little tapping on the back of my neck. I think that moving my head around, adjusting to the vision field has been a little, not even stressful, but just physical tension. Maybe along the tops of the shoulders. Even tap, 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 tap. And then tap, 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 tap. Back to the collarbones. Deeper exhale. Maybe a little bit just along the sternum, over the heart. And breathing in. And a deep, long exhale. And we can come on to the page. Softening. And taking that breath onto the page. Using an inhale and an exhale as you draw a circle. And then into it arises and expressed whatever you're feeling. I had a reading for you this morning. I had one. spoke to me. And technology, so I'm on my phone because I'm too lazy to bother setting up YouTube on my laptop, which I think I would prefer, but I just haven't yet felt compelled to do that. So the reading is in my phone, but I'm on my phone, and switching out and finding it and doing all those things. I don't think is what would serve us well this morning. And my iPad, when my work week starts on Saturday, goes to work. So I was like, I'll just grab my iPad, and I'm like, oh, yeah, I won't. It's not here. So, but what was this reading? Gina Luker, who I've mentioned, our witch friend in Alabama, I believe it is. It's Alabama, Arkansas, one of those states that starts with a name, has been sending out a daily email calling it 75 Soft. So 75 days of looking at ways that we can soften our approach to the world, but really to ourselves. Like, how can we travel through the world more gently? And she had one the other day on, how we talk to ourselves. And we will hear our friends say something like, one of my friends is like, oh, it's just my brain. And just, really dismissive of her capabilities. And I've even stopped her and said, wow, do you hear what you're saying? Because you have an amazing brain. But boy, oh boy, what we say inside our own brains to our own selves can be so critical, so harsh, so unkind. Things we wouldn't say to someone we really disliked, let alone, to our own being that we need to live with every day. So the reminders were, softening the way we speak to ourselves, inside ourselves. And even this morning, I'm noticing, I'm thinking, oh, I'm so cranky this morning. Oh, that's not serving the circle. And and beating myself up, while I'm leading, while I'm wanting to bring, a sense of grounding, a sense of connection, joy, love, all the things that, we sisters of this circle experience together. And how can we soften the language that we use when we speak to ourselves, and how do we softly and gently recognize ourselves, recognize our needs, our wants, our gifts, our humanity, our compassion, our connection. But I will find it, and I will post it to our Mandala Universes over on Instagram, because we still have a presence there. And that is also where, if you want to post your mandala from today, you can do that, and you can just tag our Mandala Universes, and it will show up, and then we'll find it and we'll put it in our stories. It'll be there for 24 hours, and then poof, they disappear. There is a way to tag things into YouTube on your own account. Don't really know about that. I don't know how that comes into this account, and if it can be posted, and if they disappear or if they remain. So if you like that sort of ephemeral quality of Instagram stories, go ahead and share it there. And those will get shared a little bit later today, but they'll get there, promise. Let me go back and catch up on comments because those have been coming through. Pamela says, on a positive note, I found a volunteer to help me with my role at the animal shelter so I can focus more on creative endeavors. Well, that's amazing. Because, yeah, you're doing an admin position, and that's huge, 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 huge. And hopefully you are getting some good software, maybe, that can also help you. I know that your director there was reluctant and resistance about that, but boy, oh boy, if you can move off paper, it'll help also with grant proposals. McLean is feeling spent after a weekend of physical exertion, all fun, yay, and rough nights. Louis, breathing issues. I know that has been, you got some love coming from Amy. It's just, oh, it's so hard, so hard. And especially like he's intermittent with it, you know, that he's sleeping and quiet and then there's noise and distress. I'm so sorry. And McLean is saying thank you to Amy, and then she's looking for the Kitsch hair noodle at my co-op where they sell several of their other things, and going to have to order online. And McLean says starting within always. And Kathy says we can hold your grumpy days though. You know, you're turning my frown upside down, so thank you. And Pamela says, you've inspired me, Cheryl. My Mandala says, I'm willing to be gentle with myself. And Pamela's also sending Ludog's ease in his breathing. And Eve just joined in. Hello, Eve. Joining at the end, sending hugs to everyone. Oh, we're glad you're here. We have 7 minutes and 13 seconds left, so we've got some time. I have no idea what time it actually is, but I can see the clock counting, so we gather for 30 minutes. And yeah, this platform, it's been a little while since I've been on this side of the camera, so yeah, this platform is still just what it is, right? Just what it is. And yeah, in so many things, I'm just trying to, I don't know, be a bit more analog in my approach to the world. So I haven't really delved into this platform to be like, what does it do? How can I use it? I'm like, great. I do not love YouTube. Therefore, one thing I've noticed is, you know, Instagram, you know, I have friends and I have other accounts with other friends, and I have a business account that I run for another friend. So it was very easy to kind of go in the Instagram rabbit hole whenever, you know, even from just joining every day or leading. So, oh, frogs in my throat. So it's actually been a real time saver. Frogs, they're all here. Frogs in my throat and a puppy in my lap. Olivia saying hi. Oh, sorry y'all. Whoa, that was scary. The camera fell out of the tripod. Oh, I see what happened. Okay. I think I see what happened. Yeah, I know. It was scary, wasn't it, Sita? It was scary. We're all scared now, but we're okay. We're okay. Yeah, we're fine. We're fine. Yeah, we're fine. Let's see. Hmm. Eve is moody and grumpy, flowing with it. Going to do ceramics soon, so I won't bite my cat and husband. Oh, well, you can maybe pound air bubbles out of clay and release. And Amy says, busy drawing, but loving the discussion, thinking deeply about how I talk to myself. Thank you. And Michelina says, wee! Ms. Im is feeling accomplished, organizing an outside cleanup yesterday. Almost ready to host an autumn gathering on my deck. Ooh, that sounds so lovely. And Kathy says, I've had frogs outside lately. They make me so happy. I guess they're frogs like turtles and things. I think the word is bruminate. But they go in the mud and they, for all intents and purposes, hibernate a lot of the winter. So I wonder if they're like doing all their frog stuff and, singing more like when they come out in the spring. And Pamela says, enjoy the ceramic studio, one of your favorite places, Eve. Amy says, I find the same. I almost never go on Instagram anymore, except to occasionally post something. But then I'm off. Yeah, I've been definitely less use, kind of more need to go do this, do that, go talk to my dog friends. Well, I had time off. I finally finished we did a bad art fundraiser for some of the rescues, and I had a couple portraits to complete. So I did get that done while I was on my time off. I mean, they actually didn't take that long, but like creating the space to create sometimes is almost the biggest challenge, just carving out dedicated time. And it's so delightful. I actually really, really enjoyed doing that and want to do more, I think. Maybe just for fun. Used a lot of the techniques from the watercolor class that I took, that Michelina took me to. We have another adventure ahead of us, Michelina and I. We're going to go see Patagonia, the environmentalist drag queen, on their holiday show in December. And McLean says, I was talking with my gay husband in North Carolina, and it was 9 p.m. his time. I love hearing the crickets and frogs from his front porch living room. And McLean is saying that Ms. M, that sounds fabulous. And Ms. M is saying, yay for ceramics, Eve. And Amy's saying, one night on the trail, the frogs were so loud. And Kathy says, my mandala is a surprise, not at all what I was going for. Words, embracing the shifting shadows. We have about a minute left. And Ms. Eva is saying, thanks, Michelina, finishing floor project part 1, so moving furniture back inside. And Michelina says, my words, gentleness begins within, and a clean brain painting. Go, Ms. M, says Eve. I wish I were there to help. And Ms. M is saying, Eve, you would recognize it. And Ms. M is saying, yes, she would appreciate your help. I don't know, my swirls are kind of like, lifting my mood. They're swirly whirly and kind of joyful and colorful, and I think I'm just gonna write soft there. Just soft, just soft. Just take it all softly. Wrap it all in a blanket. Hold it close like a puppy. we have reached our 30 minutes together. And Amy's saying, allowing the golden light to flow in. And Kathy says, oh, that's a happy mandala. It's just a happy little mandala. Kind of like a happy little tree. I'm so much happier having spent this half hour with all of you. Go ahead and put things over into Instagram. I will be over there a little later today after I get to work and get a chance to get on that platform. Thank you for your encouragement with my eyeglasses. I'm gonna go see them on Thursday and get it sorted. And I love you all. Love you, love you, love you. Wait, okay, let's do it. Let's do a hug. Let's do a hug together. Let's do a hug together. Oh, okay. We have to hug this way. Ooh. So just imagine you're right here in this squeeze too. Have a beautiful day. Thank you. Bye.